divisional battle in the Keystone State of Pennsylvania. The Eagles and the Steelers are underway.
Kickoff return for a touchdown.
Hang in there now, hang in there now. Ram, ram. Two ties.
4 down. Check.
Set. 120.
90 is a Mike. Come off the ball hard.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down.
You don't want that. You don't want that. Get out of here, baby.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, 4 down.
Here we go.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And Rodgers has it over on the right side. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
All day, baby, all day.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Great job, D.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
There we go.
A big
Nice play, baby.
30-yard play on 3rd. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Sunday.
Hey, guys, check me out.
Go.
Now it's Ajayi.
Run.
Got some real estate inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Double time.
Hey, Bush.
Hey, boys, we got 4.
Go. 180.
Boston Scott, his first carry. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Tight end left.
81.
3 down.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 15.
Tight right, tight right.
Set. White 80.
We got 4. Watch 89.
Double, double. Double bump.
Kill, kill, kill.
Kings, Kings.
58's the mic.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Under crunch.
Set. Black 20.
Let's go.
AB.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right.
Double bump. Snickers, you got to spin.
Let him know, let him know.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch.
Tight end's Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo.
Set. White 80.
Hey, 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 hey.
Show that bench release and go. AB.
Check 13. Check 13.
8.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
Yeah, baby.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Set. White 80.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Move.
Set. Blue 30.
Down, boy, down.
Double bump.
Check 9.
Hey. Snickers, you got to spin.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. On the left side, it's McDonald. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, and they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Set. Blue 30.
4 down.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. A screen to Bell. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Boswell on now to kick this one away.
Number 13,
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now. Two tights. Here we go. 120.
Wins to throw on second down.
Wants to pass.
It's complete to Golden Tate. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
120.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And that's incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
82. Black, come on.
3 down.
Hey, great 15.
They do go for it. It's Wentz.
Same situation. Let's go.
Aguilar has it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 24.
We got 3 down.
Now a play fake. Wentz. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Odd. 3 down.
Wentz now to throw.
Switch up.
It's brought in left side by Tate. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Tight end's right. down, 3 down. Mike 34, Mike 34.
Working from the gun, Wentz. It's complete, left side to Aguilar. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
81. Here we go.
To throw, it's Wentz.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Drops it off to Ajayi. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jay Ajayi, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Elliott good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Hey, 4 down.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Fourth that. 180. Squirrel.
58, boys.
Corner.
Mike.
Squirrel.
Back for the offense. Let's go. Hey, 58 is a Mike. Going 58 to the Mike.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
These two.
Chef.
Why is that? Why is that?
A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Let's go.
3 down.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. They set up the screen to Ajayi. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Here we go. Blue 80.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
Throwing is Wentz. He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
We got four. We got four.
Kings, Kings.
Slam, slam, slam.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Number 10, the intended receiver.
Here we go.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Key 26, key 26. 3-3.
Set. Black 20.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, guys, check.
Corner, corner.
Three down.
Set. White 80.
Hatch it. Watch out.
50.
Rush in.
Snickers. 66.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Elliott now to kick this one away. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
Here we go.
Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
Three down.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Brandon Graham in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Kings. Double. Big.
58 is Mike. Watch the out. Watch the out.
Quarter, quarter.
Hey, 58
Go.
to the mic. Go 58 to the mic.
Quarter, quarter.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch. Motion. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill.
Middle.
Turn up.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. I think their fans are saying, hey, where's that Roethlisberger to Brown connection been in this one?
First time they get together is in the second half. I don't think any of us would have predicted that going in because we know how valuable that is to their offense. And that could be a big reason why they're not winning right now.
Monday. Let's go.
They snap it at one. Now it's Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a third time. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
They'll toss it to Ajayi. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Come on now. Come on now. Let's go. Great, great.
3 down.
On second down, here's Wentz. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Wentz now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10.
Hey. We got 3.
They'll run him now out of the gun. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Hey, we got 3 down.
They run again with Ajayi. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here we go.
They'll try to run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Dallas Goedert, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. A good, sustained drive there this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Number 10, back to return.
Elliott now to kick this one away. And the Steelers set to take the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. He's going to wind up, and he's got him in. Complete. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter.
Once again, for the EA Sports Game Day Giveaway, congratulations to the person seated in Section 21, Row 11, Seat 11. You have just won a complete satellite radio system for your home and vehicle. Please stop by the souvenir shop on the lower level at the conclusion of the game to pick up your prize.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Right, out on the right.
Set. Black 30.
4 down, 4 down.
Snickers, you got to spin.
58's the mic, 58. 58's the mic.
8.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Right at the...
They go play action here on 1st down. This will be caught inside the 10.
3 down. 3 down.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now Bell. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. Boswell for the extra point. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the 4th. Boswell on now to kick this one away.
Number 13, the deep return man.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays,
Great.
but it has to be plays that gets first downs
120.
and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
4 down, check. 4 down.
Now Wentz.
Here they come.
And complete to Zach Ertz. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Here we go. Blue 80.
We got 4 down.
On 1st down, Wentz. And that'll be incomplete.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
Hang in
Here's
there now.
second
Hang
and
in there
10 now
now.
from about the 32.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. 4 down. 4 down. Check.
Go, go. Lady.
30.
They fake the give. Now Wentz.
Quit talking about
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
8.
Check. 53's Mike. Rabbit.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
Snickers. Set. Blue 30.
Mike, 53.
All right, let's go.
53. Mike.
Jack 16.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me.
Snickers.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Switch.
Set. White 80. Quarter. 8.
He's not going to get me.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. On the left side, it's McDonald. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
Set. White 80.
We got 4.
8.
58 is a Mike. Going 58.
You good? He coming across?
I'm coming, baby. Woo!
They'll look to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That goes for a gain of 31. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Let's go.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Set. Blue 30.
4 down.
Squirrel.
58's the Mike.
Back to throw.
I'm coming after you.
He's got it. A gain of 9 there. Sets up second and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Let's go.
Double tight. Even. 4 down.
They come out here in the eye. Big Ben going to take it himself. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Ben Roethlisberger with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Spinning away. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time.
Go.
They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. A throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Hey, we're going 37's the mic.
Black.
In your face.
Back to throw. Eluding the pressure, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Eagles coming up here on a third and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this will be caught at the 30. And now they are knocking on the door inside Pittsburgh's 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And this one is right through. And they have regained the lead. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to EA Sports.